I'm here at what was supposed to be Market on Main, but it has unfortunately been canceled due to lightning concerns. Look, we've seen hail, we've seen lightning, we've seen thunder, and a lot of heavy showers throughout much of the day here. This is my bench of shame here right now. Look, we didn't think it was going to rain that much today, but we've seen an additional wave of moisture brought up by a little atmospheric disturbance. I give you a little more details on that in my full forecast, where I also time out how much longer this rain and thunder is going to stick around. Welcome back. It's been an intense day of weather here in the Grand Valley. Believe it or not, it's clearing up right now. You can see behind me the book cliffs. Now, we haven't seen the most rainfall in the northern portion of the Grand Valley, although it has moved a little further towards the east, and that's changed up our forecast a little bit. That means it's been mostly towards our south. It was down towards the Redlands for most of the day, where we saw hail up to half of an inch in rain at times reported, and a lot of intense rainfall, thunder, lightning, and then it moved up towards north, reaching us here in the middle of the Grand Valley in Grand Junction. Now, I was at what was supposed to be Market on Main earlier, canceled due to lightning. Now, look, you can see over towards our east too. A lot of that heavier rainfall has started to set in, so this cell is finally moving out of our area and heading over towards Palisade right now. We've had a lot of different changes in the weather today, and I don't think we're done with this rainfall too. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're all going to be under the effect of this monsoonal moisture on top of some Pacific westerly flow, bringing us these rain showers for the next few days here because of an atmospheric wave moving through. Remember, the atmosphere works just like the ocean. It ebbs and flows, and well, like the ocean, it's pretty wet outside right now, folks. Look, this rain is going to last a bit longer. We're under a flood advisory until 6:45 p.m. tonight, and I do expect those showers to hang on at least a little bit longer. This cell is just hanging around right in the middle of Grand Junction, although noticeably towards our east. Not a lot going on in Palisade right now. I'll explain a little bit more in my full forecast. If you are on the roads, could see those localized instances of flooding over these next few days here. This is a very strong start to relief that we needed to see because we've been in a drought for a very, very long time. But when you see areas with those burn scars, you get potentially dangerous runoff with this heavy rainfall. So you're going to be wanting to keep a very close eye on your forecast the next couple of days here as we see these intense showers set in on the western slope. We are not done with the rainfall, unfortunately. A little bit of showers could last into the evening tonight, but mainly we're talking about Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, all three of those days are expected to be rainy as we head into the weekend. Particularly Saturday, that surface moisture is going to move in. That means that the air won't be able to absorb as much rainfall as we've seen. Of course, this is probably one of the more strongest individual showers, but we're going to see a lot more widespread rainfall for much of the western slope, not just us here in Junction, coming up very, very soon. Once we get in the next week, we'll start to feel seasonal temperatures in those upper 80s. I hope you haven't gotten stuck in outside today like I've been, but it's certainly been a very interesting weather day.